Hello, my crafty friends. I hope you're having a fabulous day today. My name is Robyn Pitts with Sir Chauncey Rocco Creative Designs. I am really excited to share my second guest design team project that I made for ReneaBouquets. I created this beautiful mermaid altered wooden frame. I love the way it turned out and I had a lot of fun making it. In this video, I will review the project in detail as well as the products that I used and also provide a tutorial so that you can make this project at home. This frame measures 11 3/4 by 11 3/4 and I purchased it from Michael's. The paper collection that I used is Maidens by Authentique. For this project, I really wanted to create an aged and vintage look. I have two sheets here. One is this striped light blue and then this printed piece here on the top, and I used my Tim Holtz distressed ink in honey to give it this yellow worn hue on the sides. In the back, we've got this beautiful lace trim from Renee's store. This clear acrylic flower is a piece that I had in my stash, as well as these leaves. I did dust them with a little bit of gold glitter to make them stand out a bit. This flower, I've given it a worn look by using the distressed ink, and then I finished it off with this beautiful rhinestone pearl. This shabby chic worn flower in the back here was given to me by my friend Alicia Reese Holloway. And then I have two shells here. I've got one little gold shell here in the background and then one shell here, and this is tipped in blue glitter. Behind here, I don't know if you can see it, I have this beautiful board from Renee's shop. She's known for her exquisite laser cut chipboard pieces, which she designs and manufactures in her own facility. I also have these beautiful pearls from Renee's store. This collection is called Fairy. This title here is also beautiful chipboard pieces. I painted this and distressed it with a variety of paints from Finnabar. On the top here, I did use this beautiful blue art glass. These shells are also the beautiful board, and I enhanced that with these two blue rhinestone pearls. This picture frame here measures 5 by 7 inches, and whoever receives it, of course, can put their own photo in it. As a placeholder, I found this beautiful image of a mermaid, and I thought it was perfect. I love how her fishtail complements the beautiful colors in the paper, as well as the darker blue background. It really makes the image stand out. I did edge the picture frame with this tiny pearl detail. I think it really finishes it off quite nicely. I'm going to lay my frame down so that I can give you a close-up view of all of these items. I love this paper. I think it is so beautiful and perfect for the theme. And I love all the detail. Here it says down by the sea. You've got a beautiful seashell fish. You've got another mermaid here. And one of my favorite pieces is this beautiful mermaid with this wavy circle detail. Both of these pieces are her beautiful board. I did color her in with alcohol markers as well as acrylic paint. And then I finished it off with this beautiful art glass. Here we have more of these colored pearls as well as the blue glass beads, and then we have these beautiful butterflies on either side. These are edged in diamond dust. I love Renee's butterflies. They are absolutely amazing. The detail is incredible, and again, she designs each of these pieces. They are handmade and they're all done in her facility. On the bottom here, I've included more of these beads, and then you can see this beautiful seashell lace trim. I did distress this a little to give it a very aged look. We've got a seashell here and then a gold painted seashell here. We have these mint green pearl roses. This beautiful flower here is from Renee's store, and this flower is from my stash. And then I added in more of these clear acrylic flowers. We have some leaves here in burlap, and behind here I have a piece of frayed burlap and then more beads. This seahorse is another piece of beautiful board from Renee's store, and like the mermaid, I did use a variety of alcohol ink and acrylic paints to distress it. I have it hidden back here to mimic what a real seahorse would do. Traditionally, when you see them, they're behind algae or rock, so I wanted to give it the appearance of the real thing. I'm going to clear off my desktop and gather my materials so we can start making this project together. I'll be right back. Before we begin our project, I want to show you some of the items that I used. First, I am using Sea Maidens by Authentique. This came out last year and I absolutely love this paper collection. For the base of the project, I'm using this wooden frame. I purchased this at Michael's on clearance, and as you can see, it was only $1.97. This frame measures 11 3/4 by 11 3/4, and this is a very solid surface. This is what it looks like on the back, so you can either stand it up, and it also has a hook at the top that you could hang it on the wall. I will also be using a number of items from ReneaBouquets, including this beautiful board. These are laser cut chipboard pieces which Renee designs herself. The first is this beautiful seahorse, and you can see the detail on that. We have this title that says Mermaids Welcome, and it has a cute little starfish in the center. We have this mermaid circle. We have this wavy medium circle. I will be using these seashells. I will be using these two framed elements. These are Renee's painted beautiful board. As you can see, they have seashells and starfish, little coral. This is very pretty and I love the colors. You've got the light pinks and greens and blues and mint greens, very pretty. Here's another example of her painted beautiful board. This is a tag and it has a beautiful seashell in the center. I'll also be using these beautiful colored pearls. This collection is called Fairy Lights. And then I will be using these teal colored glass beads. I will be using a variety of mulberry flowers. I have gone ahead and prepared my frame. I painted the wooden frame with 2 coats of this white acrylic paint by Craftsmart. And I did take off the little hinge on the back and I painted the hardware as well. And I wanted to distress this a little bit, so I used my Tim Holtz Wild Honey. I did take my little dauber and went all around it. So my frame is now prepared. Let's start working on the papers. I have 2 papers here. This first sheet is going to be the base, and this piece is cut to 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. I did do the measurements to make it fit perfectly around this little photo area. And the second piece is cut to 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. Now I've gone ahead and distressed this page as well as the bottom page with a bit of this honey. But what I want to do now is use my Tim Holtz distressor to distress the paper even further. So I'm just going to take my time. I'm going to do that to all 4 sides of the paper. I have gone ahead and distressed both sheets of paper. What I want to do is hit it with a little bit more of this Wild Honey ink, just a light coat. And I'm not doing a direct application, I'm kind of dabbing it off on the side. I've also distressed the inner part of the frame. And we'll do this other sheet. Okay, so now we've done all the distressing. I'm going to wipe off my Nemat and then we can start adhering the paper to my frame. I'll be right back. To attach the paper to the frame, I'm going to be using this Art Basics Clear Gesso. It's by Finnabar. So I'm just going to give it a nice even coat. I'm going to take my first sheet and place it right on top. Make sure that it is even on all sides. And I'm just going to burnish this in. Now I'm going to put the gesso on top. Now I'm going to attach my second page and making sure that it is centered evenly over the picture frame area. I'm taking time to smooth it out and then burnishing it down to make sure that I've gotten out any of the air bubbles. I'm going to add one more layer of gesso just to make sure that this paper is firmly attached, and then I will use my burnishing tool to spread out any excess bubbles if there are any. I'm going to use my heat gun to help speed up the drying process, and once that's done, I'm going to use my gold glimmer mist by Recollections just to add a light shimmer to the paper. Also, the drip stains from the mist adds a little textured and worn look to it as well. You can see the shimmer ever so slightly. I'm going to use my heating tool to set this glimmer and to make sure that the ink doesn't run. I have distressed the beautiful board for the mermaid and the wavy circle. I used this acrylic paint. It's by Art Alchemy and it's called Sparks, and it's these three colors here. They have a really iridescent, sparkly color to it. And let me show you what I did. For the back wavy circle, I distressed that in a muted gold. For the mermaid, I put an initial layer of color down with alcohol markers, and then I went over it with 3 different colors of acrylic paint, and then I embossed it and sprinkled this art glass on it. I think that looks really pretty. And you can see all different colors in the light, depending on how you hold it. I did the same thing with these seashells. These have 3 different colors to them, and I did put a little bit of clear embossing powder on it. For the mermaid sign, we have a metallic blue on the top. I have glitter glass on the top. We have this pinkish coral color with a hint of gold on the side. And then we have gold and a teal covering the welcome sign. And then I used some of these pretty pearls to further embellish it. This is a seahorse. I love the way this turned out. I have a mauvish pink color, gold, green, and then this teal blue color, and then I added in the glitter glass. And for these pieces, they were already colored, but what I wanted to do is tone the color down a bit, and so I used the Distress Ink Wild Honey. In this next section, I am going to speed up the video, add some music, and let you see my creative process for making this frame. I'll be right back. this concludes my review of my mermaid altered wooden frame. Hopefully I've inspired you with some new and creative ideas. If you like this video, please be sure to leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that little bell so that you will always be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now, and happy crafting.